Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back, fam. Guys, y'all see the title of this video, right? Y'all ready? You got your notes ready? You Not your notes, but you got paper and pen ready so you can start taking notes. Yes? Good. Let's get started. So, a lot of people struggle with this. I get it because a lot of people get nervous. When people ask them questions, especially if these people are not their friends, especially if they don't know these people, it's kind of nerve-wracking sometimes. I get it. Trust me, I've been there and I've done it. But I mean, when you are, depending on your situation, what I mean by that is depending on how desperate you are in needing a job, depending on how your urgency is in getting a job, right? So you want to think about all of that. So when you think about all of that, your nerves should not be involved at all. You shouldn't involve your nerves, because by the end of the day, you have to look at it like this. These people been there and they've done it. That's why they're in the position that they're in right now. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to think that way and just roll with the punches. Yeah, we're human. We're going to stumble and fall with certain questions that's being asked. But by the end of the day, they will allow us to catch ourselves and start all over, because nobody's perfect. They're not looking for anyone perfect, because I've noticed that the better that you are with answering the questions, the more intense the questions are. And what I mean about that is when you answer all the questions that they ask you correctly, they're going to add in 1 or 2 or maybe 3 bonus questions to see how you do. You get what I'm saying? Because they know that all of these questions are always asked from other companies. These are common questions that's being asked every day in every interview. They are aware of it because it seems like they're all using the same platform, the same system. Well, to me, at least I think so. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this is just here to give you an insight on what you may experience when you are being interviewed face-to-face or even over the phone. These questions will not change. Well, they may, and they will be different, but they may be worded differently, but by the end of the day, they are still the same. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to actually help you guys in the process, because I know that when I first started, I was just like, oh my gosh, these people are asking a lot of questions. I've never been through this before. I hope they like me, because I kept using a lot of and sometimes interviews can be intimidating depending on the person who's on the other side asking questions. And sometimes they can be like a smooth sailing. You get what I'm saying? And it just all depends what you make out of it, if that makes any sense at all. And what I mean by that is depending on the questions that's being asked, sometimes it could be extremely intimidating, guys. To a point where you're just like, what? Okay. And sometimes what they do on purpose, guys, they reword the questions that they ask. So they have probably already asked the question already, but they're trying to reword it just to make sure if what you answered would still be the same answer. You get it? So they're trying to jump from one question to another, and they just reword it just to make sure that you're listening. So you got to remain focused. You got to make sure that when you go in there with a clear mind. We all have issues. We all are battling something in our lives. But when you're doing these interviews, guys, you have to make sure that you're going in there with a clear mind, that you remain focused on the questions that's being asked. Do not be afraid to ask them to repeat themselves, but you want to make sure that you're asking only one time for each question. Only one time, guys. Don't ask twice or 3 times or Don't do that, because that just looks bad. That looks bad on your end, and then they just looking at you like, they're crossing you out already. Like, we still gonna go through the process or whatever, but this would not be our number one candidate. You just got to put yourself in their shoes, guys, because that's just like you. If you had a business and you're interviewing and you're looking for people to work for your business, you know what I'm saying? You would be that way too. So you have to look at it that way. You have to like think about the way you present yourself and the way you answer the questions. You have to, because if you're not punctual, if you're not focused, what does that say about you? What does it say? I'm not going to answer that question. Just think about it. What does it say about you? Like, are you here to really work, or are you here for the money, or are you just like here, or are you even here, or are you on earth, or what? You know, that says a lot about you. Like, just imagine if you're not focused, if we were to hire you, will you remain focused? Like, is it because you're nervous, or is it because you'll have some people that's, you'll have some companies, like the people that's interviewing you, they'll tell you to relax. Relax, just act like we're one of your friends. You know, you don't have anything to be afraid of. You don't have nothing to worry about. Just answer these questions at the best of your ability, you know, and they want the honest truth. I mean, guys, if you have never, ever worked for a call center and you put in your resume that you have worked in a call center, you have to stick to that lie. You have to stick to that lie. You have to fake it till you make it. Because by the end of the day, you're being interviewed. You're in the hot seat. So you gotta come with it. You have to come with it, guys. You have to be someone that you're not at that point in time. And even though sometimes you do have experience, you worked in a call center for so many years, sometimes you still have to pretend that you're someone that you're not. Because by the end of the day, it just all depends what questions are being asked and what's on your resume. You have a lot of companies that don't follow the resume. The only thing they actually look for to see if you have some type of customer service experience or whatever position you're going in for, that's what they're looking for. So I would speak on call center experience only. I can't speak about any other positions because I have more experience when it comes to call center, right? So what I have experienced with every interview so far is their favorite question, number one favorite question is, tell us about you. I hate those questions because I'm just like, no, I don't want to tell you nothing about myself. I don't care to share what is, you know, who I am to you because you're a perfect stranger. But guys, if you're looking for work, you know what I'm saying? These people want to know a little background about you because your resume doesn't say much about you. It doesn't say where you're coming from. It doesn't say who you really are. It just says what your experience are and who you work for the past couple of years. That's all it says. It doesn't say nothing about you at all. And they know everybody comes with a story. So a lot of them do enjoy to hear the stories and a lot of them don't really care. They're just following a sheet that's in their hand and they're filling out the form. A lot of them care and a lot of them will intervene in your conversation and say, oh, that's cool. I've been there and done that. And a lot of them are like, okay, next question. Because they're just trying to get to the next question and try to end the interview. Just like you're trying to like rush the process as well. So yeah. So their first question will be, tell us about yourself. And you're probably like, what do I say at that point when they ask me to tell me about myself? Well, the way I go about it is I just tell them, I just say, hi, well, my name is Lucian Levasseur and and tell them my age. And then I tell them that, you know, born and raised in Miami, Florida. And I've been a single mother of 2. I've been living here in Southwest Florida for like 9 years. I've been working for customer service for the past 10 years, and I enjoy doing customer service, and what else do I say? And I'm currently looking for work. I don't have a job at this point, but hopefully I am able to find work as soon as possible. Stuff like that, right? And then they also sometimes ask, what are you looking for in a job? So you tell them, you be honest, and you tell them the stability, promotions, advancements, benefits. You open up to them and let them know what you're looking for. And sometimes they ask about the pay. Me, I don't open up to them right away. I tell them that I'm open, or sometimes if you really want to get straight to the point and let them know, because they are asking questions, they do want to know. The way I go about it is when I say I'm open, because if that position already posted on the website how much they were paying for, let's just say they're paying $15 an hour, then I will say that I'm open. But if they never mention on how much they're paying for that hour, then I will tell them $16 and up. Because they're like, whoa, $16 and up. We're not even paying people $16 and up. But what they can look at is your resume. They could look at your resume and be like, well, she does have experience. She's been doing customer service for like 10 years. Why not try to pay her $16 an hour or $16 and up? You know what I'm saying? Guys, only you know what you're worth. Only you know what you're worth. Like I said before in all my videos, like if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. No one will. So at this point, what you want to do is when they ask questions like that, like I said before, if it's already posted on their website on how much they're paying you, just say, I'm open. But if you don't see how much they're paying, you tell them $16 an hour or up, or tell them 17 or 19 if you're feeling lucky. Sure, I don't see nothing wrong with that, The other questions usually they're always in every call center interview. What would you do if an irate customer was on your phone? How would you handle that call? They love asking scenarios like that. And then what you can tell them is, for the people that has never did customer service work ever in their lives, what you want to tell them is, if an irate customer was on my phone, I usually let them vent. They love that. When you say you let the customers vent, they love it, because what you're doing is you're letting the customer express themselves. You're letting the customer tell you exactly why they're irate and why they're yelling. Because like I told you, the majority of the time, guys, is not about you. It's not you're not who they are yelling at. They're yelling at because of the company that we're currently working for messed up. So you just tell them, okay, I just let them vent, and once they're done venting, I just apologize for the inconvenience, and I tell them that I understand your frustration. I'll be upset too. Let me see what I can do here in order to further assist you, and go from there. They love that, guys. They love it. They're just like, oh, that's great. Okay. Yep. I'm telling you, they love it, because they're not used to hearing people say, I let them vent. They're not used to that. They usually hear a lot of people say, well, I apologize for the inconvenience, and then just do this. No, you tell them, I will let the customer vent. And then the other questions that they like to ask is, how would you handle a supervisor call? They would ask you, how would you go about de-escalating a supervisor call? You just tell them, look, if a customer is requesting to speak to a supervisor, you just let them know, okay, I'm so sorry that you are requesting to speak to a supervisor. Is there something that I can help you with? Maybe I can further assist you with this. And if they're adamant about it, just tell them, look, well, in order for me to get you to a supervisor, may I have your first and last name, or whatever the steps are in order to pull up the customer's account to see what you can do to assist them. If the customer is still adamant about speaking to a supervisor, place them on hold. When you place them on hold, and whatever the holding music is, sometimes that holding music relaxes the customer and it helps the customer to relax. So by the time you get back on the phone with the customer, their attitude and their tone has toned down a little bit. Like it calmed down, and then you're telling them, okay, well, I do appreciate you holding. So sorry for that long hold. I was able to pull up your account and I do see what the situation is. I will be glad to further assist you. At that point, they would forget that they even needed to speak to a supervisor because of the way you handled that call. But make sure you don't place them on a long hold. You tell them that. You tell the person that's interviewing is, usually the way I go about this is I actually place them on a brief hold just so they can calm down and so they can forget that they're wanting to speak to a supervisor. And when I get back on the phone, I apologize to them and let them know that I will be able to assist them. I see what the issue is and so forth. So that would be one of the questions that they ask. What would be another question? Sometimes the other questions are like, how soon can you start? This is how you know that they're interested in you, when they ask you, how soon can you start? You want to tell them right away, as soon as possible, and what's the other questions? Depending on the company, they will shoot more scenarios out to you. So you got to be ready, guys. You gotta be ready. If you're doing technical, they will ask you, like, how would you deal with a technical call? Like, what processes would you take? And if you're doing like a sales, like if you're being hired for a sales position, they usually they would ask the scenario that I always get, like, how would you sell this pen to me? I don't know. I'm not a salesperson, so I suck at it, guys. I'm not giving you advice on that because I suck. I don't know how to sell a pen. I don't know how to make you want to buy that pen. I don't tell them that. I just give them what I got. I just give them my best shot. And a lot of them, as long as they see that you try, that shows that you're willing to learn. You're willing to learn, because a lot of them will pay you for training and they will train you on how to become better at what they're hiring you for. So I think I touched all the pointers on how to make you successful with these call center interviews. And sometimes, guys, a lot of them I've noticed have been asking, have you researched the company? Do you know what this company is all about? And you want to do your research before they call you for an interview, because it just looks good. It looks good on your end knowing that you know a little history about the company that you want to work for. Because if you tell them no, not really, and they have to sit there and explain to you everything, then it just doesn't look too good. It really doesn't. So you want to read about the company a little bit. What's the other thing? Because sometimes that's what they ask as well. And you want to give them like a professional email, nothing ghetto, guys. Nothing ghetto, like ratchet, the word ratchet or vagina in there or anything in your email. You want to make sure that an email, it starts with your middle initial, your first name, and then your last, and a number or whatever the case may be. But don't put nothing like, you know what I'm trying to say. So, what's another thing? I'm trying to prepare you guys for success. So when you do these interviews, it's like a piece of cake for you. And especially you're doing interviews with the ones that you want to work for, not the one that you did not have your heart set up on, but it is what it is, and that's it. No, you want to actually be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just keep it simple, just relax, just think positive, and before you go in, however you woosah, just do it before you walk in for the interview. So if you have to smoke, if you have to drink a bottle of water, or if you have to do jumping jacks, or if you have to go work out, or whatever the case may be, do it, guys. If that's going to ease the nerve-wracking nerves that affects you from the interview, do what makes you comfortable. So when the time comes for you to do this interview, you're going to ace it. You're going to ace it. And I want to hear about your interviews, if you were able to follow the steps, and did I miss anything? Let me know. And because these businesses can be very creative sometimes. Because I know, let me just go over the questions again, just to make sure that I pinpointed all of them. So the first question is, sometimes they will ask, tell me about yourself. Second question would be, what is it that you're looking for in working with our company? And you remember, you want to say that you're looking for stability, you're looking for growth, benefits, great pay. That's what I look for. So if you're looking for more, just let them know. And then after that, they'll ask you for different scenarios. How would you handle an irate customer? How would you de-escalate a supervisor call? And depending on the position that you're being hired for, or you're being interviewed for, if you're selling, make sure you have a great selling pitch. If you're doing technical support, make sure you have a great technical support process or step to impress these people. Because remember, by the end of the day, guys, you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself to these people, because these people don't know you from a can of paint. So the more information that you give them, the better, the more opportunity, and the better opportunity that you'll get to be hired. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this video was very helpful to you guys. And I will post like more videos like these to prepare you for great success. And for the people that's not ever done customer service work ever the day of their lives, I'm going to probably post another video like this, so I can prepare you, so I can actually tell you exactly what to say and how to say it. Okay? So they can be, so you can wow them. You can wow these interview people. Like, people lie on their resumes every day. Nobody is like experienced like they say they are. Nobody is skilled like they say they are nowadays. So why can't you be one of those people that are faking it till they're making it? I meant faking it till they make it. Why not? I don't see why you can't. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you got this far in this video, you have not yet liked, comment, and subscribe yet, please go ahead and do that. And I will go ahead and keep on bringing more videos to you. All right, guys, have a good one. See you tomorrow. Yeah.